Namaste. Welcome to the sixth night of Navaratri readings here at the Hanuman Temple. Tonight's episode from the Sundarakanda is entitled Challenging Ravan. Hanuman did not go far. Reaching the edge of the grove, he paused to consider his position. He had found Sita. Now he decided to try the strength of the Rakshasa forces and deal out some punishment. He also wanted to get a closer look at Ravan, so he decided to provoke some attention. Returning to the grove, he started uprooting trees. Soon the whole grove lay devastated, save the great tree under which Sita sheltered. Satisfied, Hanuman sat on the arch over the highway and waited. Before long, 80,000 troops arrived, armed with mallets and clubs. They surrounded Hanuman and attacked him. Armed with an iron bar and roaring loudly, he leaped upon them, killing large numbers. Only a few managed to escape. Hearing of this defeat, Ravan sent a powerful warrior named Jambuma, who arrived in a chariot drawn by donkeys. He had a ferocious appearance, but unfortunately he was no match for Hanuman and soon lay dead. Hanuman once more sat upon the gateway, filled with the excitement of battle. Ravan now became exceedingly angry and sent the sons of his chief minister to deal with this impetuous monkey. Bringing with them a large army, these mighty warriors were ambitious to show of their strength. They showered Hanuman with arrows. He flew up in the sky, dodging the arrows, and then dived upon them, beating them with his bare fists and tearing them with his nails. Conceal his dismay. When Ravan heard this news, he sent forth 5 of his most powerful generals, warning them to remain alert at all times. The creature may be produced by Indra for our demise. I've heard of strong monkeys like Bali and Sugriva, but none like this. Capture him for interrogation. The generals went forth, but they fared no better, although in order to defeat him, Hanuman had to grow in a great deal in size. Now he sat on the gateway like the angel of death. Ravan next turned to his son Aksha, who though young was truly a great fighter. When Hanuman saw him armored in gold and mounted on a chariot that shone like the sun, he was surprised at his youth and felt honored to recognize him as the son of Ravan. The boy rushed at him with fury, pleasing Hanuman with his courage. Hanuman took to the air, but the boy followed, flying in the sky with his chariot. Hanuman was sorry to have to kill this youth, but feared that if he did not, he would prove a serious danger in the future. He smashed his chariot, but the boy flew in the sky by his own power, attacking Hanuman with his sword. At this, Hanuman caught him by one of his legs and wheeled him around in the air so fast that the boy passed out, and then hurled him to the ground with tremendous force, breaking his limbs and killing him. Ravan was afraid and grieved at the death of his son. He called his eldest son Indrajit, his greatest fighter. Indrajit was so named because he had conquered Indra, the king of heaven, in single combat. He had been given special weapons and powers by Brahma and was the most feared demon warrior in the universe. Do not try to kill him, advised Ravan. He seems invincible. Use the weapon given to you by Brahma and capture him and bring him to me. Indrajit went forth on the chariot drawn by 4 tigers. Hanuman recognized his assailant and thrilled at the prospect of fighting him. The two met head to head and an immense duel ensued. Wherever Hanuman flew, Indrajit followed, but could not reach him with his arrows. Finally he saw his moment and released his Brahma weapon, which bound its victim with unbreakable bonds. Hanuman suddenly found himself unable to move, caught in Indrajit's snare. He plummeted to the ground and lost consciousness. Coming to, he realized that he had been overcome by a weapon belonging to Brahma, from whom he had special protection. He knew that he had nothing to fear from such a weapon and that he could get free from it if he wanted to, but he decided to let it bind him. He wanted to be brought before Ravan. "Who is this creature?" demanded Ravan, "and who has sent him? Roast him alive and we will eat him." Hanuman, bound with ropes, stood before Ravan, who was seated on a throne of crystal inlaid with jewels. His many eyes glowed copper color, his sharp teeth gleamed. A mass of jewels covered his chest, and his 20 arms were encircled by heavy gold bangles. Dazzled by his magnificence, Hanuman thought that if it were not for his antagonism to Rama, he might have protected the universe and been loved by all. Instead, because of his cruelty, he was universally feared and hated. "Do not be afraid, monkey," said Ravana's chief minister. "Just tell us who sent you, and you will come to no harm." "I am Hanuman, messenger of Ram," answered Hanuman, "who lost his wife Sita in the Dandaka forest. My master Sugriva made an alliance with Rama and offered to help him find her. I was deputed to look for her, and my search brought me here to Lanka, where I have now found her." Turning to Ravan, he spoke boldly. "If you know what's good for you, you will release this woman. It is most sinful to steal another man's wife. If you insist on holding her, you will bring destruction upon yourself and your kingdom. No one in this universe can withstand the anger of Rama. You think you are protected by the benediction you receive from Brahma, but Rama is a human and Sugriva a monkey. From them you have no protection. I can destroy Lanka on my own, but it is Rama's wish to perform this task himself. Rama can create and destroy unlimited worlds and all beings in them. He personally wishes to punish the demon who dares lay hands on his wife Sita. No one in this universe can withstand him, for he is the equal of Vishnu himself." Ravan, beside himself with rage at Hanuman's speech, ordered his death. But his brother Vibhishana intervened. "My lord, do not give way to anger. This monkey is a messenger, and messengers may be punished but not killed. Furthermore, you need him to carry back your challenge to his masters, to assert your supremacy. You must gather your army and punish Rama for daring to oppose you." This was acceptable to Ravan, who relented in favor of a better idea. "Set a light to his tail. That will be a suitable punishment for this spy," taunted Ravan. "Take him through the marketplaces and humiliate him. Then release him to return wretched and mutilated to his kinsmen." Hanuman's tail was wrapped in cotton and soaked in oil, then set alight. Although it was painful, Hanuman did not wince. He welcomed the opportunity to be taken a second time around Lanka, this time during daylight, when he could see more clearly. Allowing himself to be dragged around, he became a spectacle to women and children. Meanwhile, he carefully memorized the layout of the city and the strength of its fortifications. News was brought to Sita of his humiliation, and she prayed to the god of fire for his protection. "If ever I have earned any credit by my penances, let Hanuman feel you as cool." From the moment Sita's prayer, Hanuman felt no discomfort from the flames. "How is it that these flames feel cool, like ice?" he thought. "It must be the blessing of Sita." Feeling encouraged, Hanuman freed himself from his bonds, seized a hold of an iron club, and in no time dispatched his guards. Swishing his tail in a circle of fire, "I have laid waste to the grove and killed a good many Rakshasas," he thought. "Now I will set alight this whole city, and with the fire burning on my tail." He leapt across the roofs of the houses, setting light to one after another. He worked his way towards the mansions of Ravan's generals and ministers, setting them all alight until even Ravan's palace was ablaze. Yet he was careful to avoid the house of Vibhishana, who had saved his life. As he went, he shouted, "Victory to Rama! Victory to Rama!" The wind blew and spread the blaze, transforming it into a firestorm so intense that molten gold mixed with gems and pearls poured out of the collapsing buildings. The people of Lanka ran screaming through the streets as the whole city went up in flames. A great sheet of flame enveloped the hilltop, and dense columns of black smoke ascended into the sky. The fire consumed Rakshasas, horses, chariots, elephants, all that lived in the city, though the flames would not burn Hanuman. Satisfied with his work, he left the city and quenched his tail in the sea. It was only then that the terrible thought occurred to him, "What about Sita?" He rushed back and found her safe, for she too had been protected by the fire god. "Dear son, you have done well," she said. "I wish you would stay and rest here the night. For so long as you are here, you bring me comfort. But it is better that you go at once and bring Rama, so that he himself can defeat Ravan and rescue me. Only my fear is that he will not be able to cross the ocean with all the monkeys. Sugriva, with his monkey warriors, and Rama and Lakshman will soon be here. Do not doubt it. You will see him very soon." He climbed to the top of Mount Arista and once more leapt over the ocean. He flew through the clouds as before, and as he reached the other side, he let out a great roar of triumph. On the opposite shore, Hanuman's companions waited patiently for his return. They heard his victorious cry and knew that he must have been successful. As he landed, they rushed to meet him, gathering around him with hands folded in greeting and offering of roots and fruits. Hanuman cried, "Sita is found!" And they all sat down in a comfortable place to hear his story. "No one is equal to you. Encourage your strength. Thanks to you, we can be sure of receiving Rama's grace," pronounced Angad. "Now tell us everything so that we can decide what to do next." Hanuman told them all that had happened, leaving out no details save Sita's personal messages for Rama. In excitement, the monkeys proclaimed that they should all go to Lanka and kill Ravan and rescue Sita. All were in favor, but Jambavan, the aged bear, wisely intervened. "My friends, we were instructed to find Sita. Nothing more. I don't doubt your capacity to finish the job. But Rama has vowed to win back Sita himself. We must leave that honor to him." All agreed with Jambavan's advice, so they set out at once for Kishkinda to give the news to Rama. Leaping through the air with Hanuman at their head, near Kishkinda was a garden called Madhuvana, famous for its wild honey. They decided to rest there and replenish their strength after having fasted for so long in the wilderness. They also felt they deserved a celebration. Monkeys love to get intoxicated on wild honey, and soon they had consumed all the honeycombs. They celebrated with abandon, breaking trees, wrestling, laughing and crying, trampling all over the beautiful garden of Madhuvana. An elderly monkey called Dadimukha, appointed by Sugriva to look after the garden, did his best to ward them off, but he and his assistants were severely beaten. He ran to Sugriva to complain. When Sugriva heard that Hanuman and his party were misbehaving, he understood the situation very well. "Do you know what this means?" he laughed. "It means they've found Sita. Tell them they are forgiven and that I want to see them immediately." By the time Dadimukha got back, he found the monkeys in a more sober state. He apologized to them and passed on Sugriva's command. In a single bound they reached Kishkinda, gathered at the feet of their king Rama and Lakshmana. Rama had been informed and came hurrying to hear the good news. Sugriva stretched and curled his tail in delight. It was a joyful occasion when Hanuman was able to make his report before Rama. Afterwards, Rama and Lakshman took Hanuman along with them to their cave at Prasravana, where Rama was able to question Hanuman more closely and hear at length about Sita. Hanuman narrated everything. At the right moment in his story, he produced the jewel entrusted to him by Sita. Rama pressed it to his heart with tears in his eyes. This jewel was given to Sita at her wedding by her father, Janak. By seeing it, I see Sita. Go on, tell me again whatever Sita said to you. She begged you to act fast, for she cannot survive much longer. I offered to bring her to you on my back, but there and then she said that it would not be right. She wanted you personally to come and defeat Ravan, then carry her back to Ayodhya in glory. Hanuman went on to deliver Sita's personal message to Rama. About the time he had painted her face and her final plea that he not waste a moment, for she would not survive more than a month. Take me to her at once. Now that I know where she is, I do not want to delay any longer. Hanuman, I cannot repay you, said Rama, hugging him. I have nothing else to give you but this embrace. Now we must consider how we are to cross the ocean, and this puzzles me. There is no place now for doubt or sorrow, said Sugriva. We must build a bridge to Lanka. Then Ravan stands no chance against us. Transform your grief into anger, Rama, and nothing else will stand in your way. You are right, Sugriva, agreed Rama. One day or another, I will find a way to the sea, even if I have to dry it up. Tell me, Hanuman, of the fortifications of Lanka. How many gates are there? How strong is their garrison? A high wall surrounds the city, though in places I have broken it down. It has 4 gates, each guarded by massive doors and catapults, and is surrounded by deep moats infested with alligators. The city is built on top of a steep mountain clothed in forest and defended by millions of heavily armed warriors skilled in warfare. Now the moon is in the conjunction with Hasta, said Rama. If our army departs this very day, we will be sure of success. He took command and through Sugriva issued orders to his generals. In excitement, the monkeys streamed out of the valleys and hills surrounding Kishkinda, assembling before their leaders. Soon a huge army set off south, spreading out like a tide. Day and night they marched, feasting on wild fruits and honey as they went. Rama rode on Hanuman's back and Lakshman on Angada's. After several days they had their first sight of the sea, its foam-flecked surface reaching to the horizon and seeming to join the sky in a single limitless expanse. They camped on the beach, and Rama sat with Lakshmana as the sun set on the horizon. His thoughts turned to Sita. What will she be doing at this moment? Perhaps the same breeze that blew from the sea had touched her. Sita is weak from fasting, he said. I fear we may arrive too late. We must find a way to cross the ocean soon. Lakshman comforted Rama as the sun slit over the horizon. Across the sea, Ravan sat in his council chamber. Shifting uncomfortably, he reported to his ministers the extent of the damage done by Hanuman and asked their advice in the light of the reports coming in of a vast army of monkeys approaching the opposite shore. Rama will find a way to cross. How do you propose we defend ourselves? Our armies stand at the ready, one general boasted, so we have nothing to fear. We have crushed the whole universe, even the court of Indra, king of heaven. What do we fear from mere humans and monkeys? Hanuman caught us unawares, said another. This time it will be different. I will kill Rama and Lakshman and all the monkeys on my own. The rest of you can stay here drinking wine without worry. They brandished their swords. But Vibhishana, Ravana's younger brother, restrained them. Rama is not so easily defeated, he warned. It is dangerous to underestimate your enemy. Do you forget how he killed Kara? I advise that Sita be returned. That way we shall avert disaster. Disgusted at his brother's words, Ravan dismissed everyone and retired to his palace. But the following morning, Vibhishana again sought Ravan. Brother, ever since you kidnapped Sita, ill omens have been seen. Sacred fires are obscured by smoke. Cows do not give milk. Donkeys shed tears, and crows cry from the roofs of the buildings. Everyone blames your sin of abducting Sita, but they dare not tell you. You must return her to Rama. I'm not afraid of Rama, enjoined Ravana angrily, and I will never return Sita. Ravana had become a slave to his infatuation for Sita. The people of Lanka, even those close to him, openly disapproved of his behavior, increasing his unease. Calling together his ministers and generals, he asked for their advice. As you know, I have kidnapped Sita, wife of Rama, and I am passionately in love with her. And though she is not inclined to share my bed, now Rama is on his way with a great army of monkeys. We fear no monkey or human, yet I need your advice. How can we avoid returning Sita? First to speak was Kumbhakarna, the dangerous brother of Ravan, who slept 6 months at a time under the spell of Brahma, and had recently awoken. This act of kidnapping Sita was unworthy of you. You should have consulted us first. Nevertheless, I shall atone for your mistake by killing all your enemies, so rest at ease. You will not lose Sita. Ravish her by force and have done with it, interjected another demon, impatient with Ravana's infatuation. I cannot, replied Ravan, because Brahma has cursed me that if I ever molest a woman against her will, my head will burst into 100 pieces. In fear of this, I will not violate Sita. No matter, I will destroy Rama, and destroy all who oppose me. Vibhishana could no longer remain silent. Give up this folly. Sita is like a poisonous snake around your neck. Return her to Rama. Kumbhakarna cannot defeat Rama. He boasts because he has never actually faced him in battle, so he did not realize how powerful he is. I have defeated Indra himself, protested Indrajit. So why do you think I cannot defeat a mere prince of humans? You are a coward, frightening us for no good reason. Child, you speak nonsense, retorted Vibhishana. You are an enemy of your father because you counsel him to seek his own death, and yours too. No doubt death is what you both deserve, but you must give back Sita and let us live in peace. These words made Ravan furious. I would rather live with a snake than supposed friend devoted to my enemy, he roared. Although you are my brother, you cannot be trusted because you scheme for your own self-interest. Vibhishana blazed with anger as he rose into the air and hovered above Ravan. I am your friend and servant, older brother, who does not wish to see you killed by Rama. However, you ignore my advice. Therefore, protect yourself and your subjects as best you can. I am leaving you. I wish you all well. So saying, Vibhishana flew from the Lanka in the direction of Rama. So thus concludes the 6th night reading of Navaratri. Thank you.